Right, hello, lads and lasses, and welcome back to Boys Down Under, and I hope you all are doing okay. And it's the first time in a while we have had some transfer news on this channel, and it's a bit of a scouting video as well, but we'll come to that later. Regardless though, some transfer news here while we are heading into the end of March, and yeah, why not talk about it? But it is the international break, so anything does go. But without further, before we go any further, if you are enjoying these videos and you do like the content, please remember to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. But without further ado, let's get into it. So Celtic are interested in one of Bayern Munich's young academy talents, Christopher Scott. Now, at 19 years old, Scott currently plays consistently for Bayern Munich 2, which is the academy team, and he plays as an attacking midfielder. But he has also played twice for the actual Bayern Munich team, and also is a German international, and has played for the national team since under-15s levels, and most recently under-19s. But why has this news now emerged, rather than closer to a transfer window? Well, Scott's contract runs out at the end of this year, meaning right now any club can talk to him. So according to the Daily Record, Celtic have made contact with the player who is keen to move away from more consistent game time and to play at a much higher level of football. But we face competition, apparently, as the report says, from Premier League outfit Brentford, who are also have spoken to Scott's representatives, because at this point in time, unless he re-signs with Bayern, it's not up, the club can't stand in his way if he wants to move unless they, re-sign him. But something that still confuses me is why Celtic want to do this deal at all. Because the attacking midfield role is one of the most contested spots in the Celtic lineup right now. We have Tom Rogic, Matt O'Reilly, Rio, and even David Turnbull all vying for that one spot, and a host of them can play further back as well. But still, I don't know whether these rumours are fact or false. I can't give a judgment on that right now. But I can see the appeal of bringing in a young, talented attacking midfielder. But with the talent Celtic already have and how youthful is, Matt O'Reilly's 21, Turnbull's 23, Rigo's 24. Rogic is the only one getting on, but it's hard to see the link as to what it would be, the thinking behind this signing. Because you've got to remember, Scott wants to move for consistent first-team football. And as we all know, Ange can't offer him that right now. Depending on how the transfer window goes, who goes in and who goes out and who goes in, he can't get that at Celtic unless he comes in and absolutely tears the house down like Rio did, and which has cemented his spot in the starting 11. But on the other hand, from a business side of things, because as we all know, modern football, big business, too much to our dismay, it is a simple term called no risk investment, a free contract. We don't have to pay anything. A player at 19 years old or 20 when he arrives, his whole career ahead of him, under the coachings at Lennox Town, under Ange Postecoglou. It may be a match made in heaven, or it may go completely pear-shaped. We can't tell at this stage in time. But from a business standpoint, all we got to pay is his wages. And for someone who is currently in the Bayern Munich Academy and has represented their actual team, a free transfer is quite... It looks like a no-brainer to me. The only issue is the depth we have in that position right now. But more on that if more gets released. It's all just speculation right now. A report in Germany reported it, and the Daily Record reported it as well. So we'll have to see if any of that materializes, I guess we could say. But into the second part of the video, one of Celtic's most talented academy products of the last 10-15 years, Kieran Tierney is subject of a £50 million mammoth bid from Spanish giant Real Madrid. Huge amount of money. He's been tracked for the last few months. Strong performances for Arsenal and strong performances for the national team as well have boosted his claim, with Real Madrid in desperate need of a left back. They really need a good left back. That's the one spot Real Madrid need to strengthen right now. And they're looking at the boy from Glasgow to be that man to be that left back. Imagine that. Kieran Tierney linking up with Vinny Jr. on the left flank, tearing up Spanish football. Crazy. Crazy thought. I'm not much of a Madrid fan myself, but I'd certainly have to be keeping track of how Kieran goes if he does move there. But regardless though, this is a Celtic channel. And I would not be talking about anything that didn't bear any relevance to Celtic or wouldn't impact Celtic. So the reason I've brought up this Kieran Tierney transfer move is because when he moved to Arsenal from Celtic, Celtic placed a 15% sell-on clause, knowing the potential of another big money move because of many other factors, mainly his age and mainly the talent the staff knew he could reach. Now let's say this £50 million goes through, straight £50 million, no bonuses, no add-ons, nothing. Quick maths, 15% of 50 is 7.5, hence Celtic would receive £7.5 million from that transfer, and that is certainly a very nice figure, adding on to the roughly 23 million mark that we got for him in the first place. So in total, that would be around £30 million made there from one player. How good does that sound? That's 30 mil. Well, we've already probably invested that 23 mil already, but an extra 7.5 mil. I am not complaining. A homegrown kid, incredible talent, was always going to make a bid. And a lot of people held and still do hold a lot of ill feelings towards Kieran for the time he moved. But at the end of the day, he was always going to move. It was a matter of when, not if. You know, he was always going to move. I don't blame him for his decision. A footballer always strives to achieve more. And right now, in terms of the grand scheme of football, the Premier League is seen better than the Scottish League. And albeit Kieran may have grown up through a Celtic academy, but at the end of the day, players want to reach at the top. That is the aim for all of them. And he's on his well on his way to do that. So no ill feelings there. Really want to see how he goes in Spanish football. Plus £7.5 million extra to Celtic, which is roughly what it cost for Kyogo, Dyson and Rio all together. So you guys can see what am I saying? You guys can see that what may appear to be an insignificant amount of money may very well turn out to go a very long way. Because as we know, Ange has an eye for these uncut gems. And the diamonds in the rough, I guess we could say, that aren't going to cost an arm and a leg, but are going to certainly tear the house down. And look, elsewhere on the Celtic news front, there really hasn't been much except the extreme build-up to this weekend's Glasgow derby. Some are labelling it the most important derby of the season. And it very well could turn out to be. I'm not going to, I might advertise it as that. We never know. We'll see what goes. But anyways, it could very well turn out to be Celtic win, we go 6 points clear. Rangers win, the gap goes back to 0. And if it's a draw, it remains at 3. So with only one league derby after that, let me specify, just to make it clear, one league derby after that, it may very well prove to be the knockout blow. 6 points clear with 6 games left. It's a very hard feat to come back with. But if Rangers win, it goes to the gap's at 0. Goal difference is all that separates us, and the title race is blown completely wide open. So, at the end of the day, whatever happens, the league isn't going to be over. Regardless if Celtic win, even if we go 6 points clear, the league isn't over because 2 losses and that gap's gone straight away back to 0. It gives us breathing room, it gives us extra confidence, but certainly by no means it isn't over until the fat lady sings. And I am absolutely looking forward to this weekend's derby, and I've got a lot of assessments coming up, but we'll see how much coverage we can get of it leading up to it. But that is all from me. So if you did enjoy the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave in the comments below what are your thoughts on everything I've talked about in the video. Kieran Tierney to Real Madrid. What do you think of Celtic trying to sign Christopher Scott? Is it worth it because we're signing him for free and he's got heaps of potential? Or should we be looking at putting our wage bill to someone else in a position that we do need it, such as left back? Give me your thoughts. Let me know. Drop it down below. And until next time, hail, hail.